Hey guys, welcome to how I built $1 million real estate portfolio and retired from teaching through house hacking. So, this is a case study. I'm Jocelyn Kaufman, and this is something that I did and how I got started in real estate. And I'm so excited to revisit the past and go through it with you guys. So, first, a little bit about me. I have done so many different things throughout my life. I played softball since I was like 5, um, played in college, and then I actually played over in Sweden. I competed in MMA and boxing, and then I now compete in jiu-jitsu as a purple belt. I have a dog that I love. I took up grooming. Just kidding. As you could see, I gave him a little haircut, and then I have a partner, boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, that I love and I hang out with. So I have a lot going on, and my entire life I've always like strived to be the best at things, and I've always had work ethic, and I think that those things definitely helped me in my real estate journey. So that's why I think it's important to share so you guys know a little bit about me, but also like you have to be able to work hard to be successful in real estate. So the um little bit more about me. So I'm the managing partner with the Canovo Real Estate Group here in Utah. So I live in Utah and I'm a real estate agent in Utah. And my brokerage, the Canovo Group, we specialize in investing properties. So we specialize in helping other people in Utah who want to get into investing, buy investment properties, whether that's through house hacking or just traditional investment properties. We help them come up with a plan, figure out, the best strategy for them, and help them execute that plan. I'm also a podcast host, a co host of the Break Free Real Estate Podcast. You can find it anywhere. My co host, David Robinson, and we talk about everything about real estate and give our insights, and I think it's very valuable to many people. I'm an author, kind of. I wrote a book about real estate, so if you want to learn more about my journey, you can check that out. It's the um, Break Free. It's called Break Free: Finding Financial Freedom Through Real Estate. You can find it on Amazon, or you can read it online or order it, whatever. But check that out. And then I also have a 53 unit real estate portfolio. Um, Actually, this is now 55 units. So now I have technically 55 units. And I'm also an investment coach slash mentor. So I do a lot, and I love it all, and it all intertwines together. But that's a little bit about me. The Canovo Group, like I said, we specialize in people who want to invest in partners, invest in properties, and so we help them figure out where they stand, what they can afford, what their best strategy is, and then help them execute that. Um, we help clients find, analyze, and acquire top properties in Utah. Our mission is to help our clients achieve financial freedom. Um, we tend to not work with people who are like wholesalers or developers or even fix and flippers sometimes, because they tend to, they're not really investing for themselves. They're kind of like, it's just another business, right? So we really like to hone in on people who want to create financial freedom for themselves. Maybe they're buying with a partner or something, but um, we really like to help them increase their property and their life, really, as they buy more investments and create financial freedom. Their life will increase. We do what professional investors do to find the best properties. We just do it for our clients. So we have spreadsheets all built out to quickly look at all the properties on the market and figure out what ones are the best fit for the client analytically. And we even have off market strategies that we can use for our clients. And so, really, everything I wish I had when I got started as an investor. We do that for our clients, and it's a lot of fun to help people realize their potential and that they can actually buy an investment property and that they can actually start to better their lives. So we absolutely love what we do. So now to the fun stuff. This is my very first home I've ever bought in my life. I was like 23, uh, a year out of college, 6 months in my first job. And I saved up $12,000. So when I was a high school teacher. I got my dream job, a high school teacher, got my master's degree, and I decided I'm going to teach high school because I want to. And I was a high school coach. It was just the perfect setup. And I was making $3,000 a month. And it was the biggest paycheck I've ever had to this point in my life. So I thought I was making the money, and so I was saving about 2 grand a month. And I had $12,000 saved up. And I was like, I'm like, wait a second, I'm rich. Like, I think I'm rich. Like, I think I have all this money. Like, I need to invest my money into something and make my money work for me. And, now I know like $12,000 is nothing, but then it was a lot. And so instantly I started looking for a property to invest my money in. Like, I'm like, okay, this is the next step in life. And so I go and I find this home, and it was a fixer upper, but I figured it out. I found a good lender. I got on a first time home buyer program. Only had to put down 3%, so I only had to put down 12,000. So I put down 12,000, and then my bank account was empty again. But now I had a house, and I was paying my own mortgage instead of someone else's rent. So the first thing I did was I set my buying criteria. So I was like, okay, I want to be close, to Salt Lake City. I want to be in the Utah Valley. I want at least 2 living spaces because I want to rent one out, to help me cover the mortgage. I wanted it to be a value add, and then I wanted the price point to be less than 250,000, and the rental income to be about $500 a month in cash flow. So, right now this is unachievable in Utah, but it was back then, and so that's where I set my standards. And then I started making connections. So I found a realtor who was, pretty well versed in investing, had some investments himself. And then I found a lender to give me the pre qualification that, sorry, therefore I could put forth offers. And then I found a contractor to help teach me. I didn't want to just find someone to do it. I wanted to find someone that could teach me how to do it so that I could then have a lot of the necessary skills. Then I got educated. So I'm something completely different. I never knew about real estate before. And so I was like, okay, now I need to learn um, about this. Like, I need to know what I'm getting into. So I learned how to analyze deals. I developed skills for rehab. I listened to a lot of podcasts, connected with other real estate investors. And I watched so many YouTube videos, like so many YouTube videos. I just watched them on like nonstop, just hours a day. I would just learn from everyone. I didn't care if they were qualified. I just was learning as much as I could. Then I did my due diligence. So I made an offer on this house. I just a little below asking, if I remember correctly, and I got started on my due diligence. And I hadn't, and to be honest, at the time, I only had 12,000 in my bank account, so I didn't have money for an inspector. But I had a good friend who was a contractor who came through and with the house with me, and we did like an informal inspection. But I did that, and then I did a rental analysis. This is actually the original rental analysis I did to analyze the property. And I learned the square method off of this quadrant method off of a YouTube video. I believe it was developed by Robert Kiyosaki. I might be wrong, but so I developed my own, right? I made my own spreadsheet, learned how to use Excel and all that, and then figured out, okay, this is great property. I'm getting a good deal here. And then I closed, so I finished my financing. I made sure that everything was in line. My broker, I had my purchase price at 225. My down payment was at 12%, and I got a 3.4% interest rate fixed for 30 years. And then I closed the deal, I signed the docs, sent the money, and then got to work. So I started the remodel. I didn't take great pictures on this house, but this is what I have, so I'll share it with you guys. So I demoed the house. I had, some friends and family come help for a little bit, and I got the upstairs rent ready first. So these are actually some pictures of the basement, and then this one's the upstairs. But I took out everything that I was going to take out, and then it was time to start. The upstairs was pretty close to being rent ready, so I decided, I'll just get that ready, and then I'll rent that out, and then I'll live in the basement while I fix it up. So this is the upstairs after I got it all ready and looking good. I kept a lot of original things in the house to save time. I mean, there was original hardwood floor. I kept this wallpaper, which I liked it, but who knows. I kept this wall paneling right here on this wall. So there's a lot of things I kept. I made this barn door over here. I couldn't figure out a door for that size, so I just made a barn door, which was actually pretty simple. But I rented the upstairs for $1,800. My mortgage was $1,250, and my expenses were $450. So my cash flow was about $100 a month while I was living in the basement. Now it doesn't get better than that. As for your first house hack, I understand how lucky I was, but I'm like, okay, this is amazing. Let's keep going. So then I finished the downstairs. Here are some fun before and after pictures. And I lived in the basement for free, I may add. I wasn't paying rent. My upstairs tenants were covering my mortgage. However, the one thing I wish I did better when I fixed up the downstairs is more noise barrier. I didn't think it would matter, but now anytime I buy a property like this, I make sure the basement is as protected from noise as possible. And then I rented the downstairs. So I was living in it. It was amazing. And then I was like, I need to repeat this process. So then I rented the downstairs. Here's some pictures of it all finished. And then I rented the downstairs for $1,200 a month. And then the total cash flow was now $1,300 a month, which was insane. And then I repeated the process. So then I bought a duplex in Ogden, lived in one side, and rented out the other side. And then eventually moved and rented out the place I was in. And then eventually I scaled up to 53 units, which is actually 55. I closed on a deal last week, and that was all in 4 years on a teacher's salary. And really, I just worked really hard to make it happen. I self-manage my portfolio. There are still good deals in Utah. You just have to know how to find them. Like I said, I just bought one like 2 weeks ago. So I literally just bought one. It was an amazing deal. I'm fixing it up. I'm doing what I did on this first one. I'm house hacking. And literally the best thing about real estate is anyone can do it. Like anyone can do what I have. You just have to have the right educator or the right realtor to guide you. And so this is my favorite part of being a real estate agent. I'm able to help other people find success as I have. I mean, quite frankly, like I don't have to be a realtor for income. I have plenty of income from my real estate portfolio, but I love educating. I was a high school teacher. Like I love educating people and helping them better their lives. And I just feel like I could have a big impact on people who want to learn how to invest in real estate or help them expand their portfolio. So as a realtor, like I just said, I help my clients find success in real estate as I have. I educate them to analyze deals, find deals, and managing the property when they take over. So when clients choose me, I send them an investor packet that has a bunch of tools in it. I go over it with them, and we find the right deal. I educate them as we're going through it, and then even once they take over, I try to help them set up their management, if they're self-managing, how I set mine up. And so definitely an open book, and I really try to make it very easy for my clients, and they could skip some of the things that I had to learn the hard way. And I truly believe that anyone can do it with the right mindset and work ethic. So um, I I love I love house hacking. House hacking is amazing. It's so accessible to anyone. Even if you don't feel like you're in a position to house hack, you probably are. Like, it's very possible for anyone to do it. There's different extremes. You can, buy a house and rent out each room, or you can buy a duplex and live in one side and rent out the other. And so there's different extremes to it. So if you liked what I said, if you want to learn how I can help you as a realtor, or how my team, David Robinson and myself, can help you find a house hack, then go to the calendar below to book a free strategy call. So we'll walk you through um, how it would look for you to buy your next property. Again, like, anyone can do it. Anyone can house hack. And if you don't think that it's possible for you to buy a home, then, talk to us, cuz we might be able to make it possible for you to buy your first home, especially if you're willing to use this house hack strategy and learn how to learn how to work hard, and all the ins and outs of real estate investing. So I hope that um, this was beneficial for you, and that you learned a lot. And I am hoping to hear from you in the future and work with you as your realtor. So check out the calendar below to book a free call.